Do you understand just how big this is? Right now, the entire crypto market is in the red, as the Bitcoin and altcoin prices have been running into the most critical area of resistance in all of crypto, the $80,000 level for Bitcoin. In this video, I'm going to be talking about just how much further we can expect to see Bitcoin and altcoin prices pulling back before they're able to start pushing higher once more. And I'm going to be talking about exactly what will happen as soon as Bitcoin breaks above that $80,000 level with conviction, because it's going to send a signal to the broader crypto market that we have all been waiting for. Do me a favor, hit the like button, and let's get into today's video. Now guys, before we dive in and find out where we can expect to see crypto prices pulling back to in the short term, as well as exactly what has been driving this crypto market and why we're likely to see some very exciting times coming just around the corner, just a quick disclaimer. Nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. If you invest in crypto, you should understand that it's risky and you can lose money. So don't risk money that you can't afford to lose, and always do your own research before investing in anything. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's crack on with it. Now guys, jumping across to the Bitcoin chart, we can see something very important is happening. And I know this will cause a lot of panic across crypto. Why? Well, because over the last few years, every time we've had big green candles for Bitcoin, we've seen big red ones following closely behind. So is this going to be the same? Is our PTSD that's associated with this crypto market valid? Or is this just an expected pullback in a very critical zone? Well, first of all, let's understand why it's such a critical zone. Obviously, back in May, this was the area of resistance that killed off the recovery for Bitcoin and led to a further move to the downside. Also, this is a very critical area because $79,600 is the cost basis weighted average for crypto invested in Bitcoin. It means that right now the average price paid for people who've been invested more recently is around $79,600, which means that a lot of people are kind of uncertain about where they are. A lot of people are feeling a bit more confident about where they are. It's a very critical area. Whenever you have these kind of indecision points, it means that price will get stuck. And when price sticks, it then needs to make a decision. Are we more in the bear camp or more in the bull camp? And I think this should answer everyone's question. But before we get into what this actually means, let's look at what's happening in the short term. What's been driving this move for Bitcoin, whether or not we should be worried about what's been going on. Now, as I talked about the other day on the House Crypto, we had a major rally above this zone. This caused a record-breaking short liquidation event, liquidating $5 billion in crypto shorts. Effectively, what that meant is during this period of time, lots of the bears were putting in short trades, hoping that the price went lower. Eventually, when price ripped up, it hit all of their stop losses. Bears closed their trades, and this caused a massive move towards the upside, a move far bigger than we have seen in years. Now, we need to consider this, because if that move was just driven by those liquidations, of course, it should then result in a major sell-off that comes back, because ultimately, unless people are willing to step in and begin buying it up here, there's nothing that's going to support price, and sellers will begin to step in. So there's a few things we need to look at quickly. Bitcoin spot volume, you can see, is spiking towards the upside. This is a good indicator. We can see the Bitcoin spot cumulative volume delta also shows a massive spike in spot buying happening all the way up to $77,000, $78,000 level. We can also see massive inflows in Bitcoin ETFs hitting hundreds of millions of dollars every single day. And the fact that price has been slowly grinding higher while there's been spot volume, but while there's been very low open interest, is a very strong sign. What we don't want to see is price being supported by a lot of leveraged traders. If that was to be the case and you had a lot of bullish leverage stepping into the market, you could have the same effect, where if a price push down happened, then you could liquidate all of those traders and it would cascade the price like that, something that we don't really want to see. But the good news is that right now a lot of people are still in the bear camp. Okay, that's why the $80,000 level is so critical, because still in this particular zone, we're still slightly lower than that, which technically makes it a lower high. You still have the entire crypto market being like, it's okay, we're still going to see lows in October and whatever else. And while the fear and greed index is leaning towards greed, ultimately the hundreds of thousands of people who are watching YouTube videos aren't watching bullish videos right now. They're watching bearish videos, and they're celebrating the fact that people are still bearish because they're out the market and they're hoping there's going to be more downside. We need as many people to stay out of this market and as many people to stay fearful and panicked for as long as possible, because that allows price to move up. And then eventually, when those people decide that actually this is a bull market, guess what? They all ape in, and then the price accelerates once more, which is why I think a break above this kind of $82,000 level could result in a major pump towards the upside as everyone begins to FOMO into the markets. That's obviously going to be very, very positive and something we should be paying attention to. So in the short term, a pullback is obviously happening. Where do I see support? Well, ultimately, if we drop down to like the sort of 4-hour level, you can see that there's obviously a support level sat here, just above the $74,000, $75,000 level for Bitcoin. Another area of interest would be in and around this particular zone, because previous areas of resistance get flipped into support. So these would be interesting areas to watch for me. If this was to take place, I might add a little bit more to my position. Probably not if it got into this top one here, because ultimately that's not really much of a discount. And obviously I've been buying a lot down here. But if it got down into this zone, then maybe I might be willing to go and step in and buy some more. And if you're wondering like which altcoins and whatever to be getting into, then make sure you go and check out this video after this video so that you can understand exactly how to identify the strongest altcoins. Even though they might have charts that look a bit worrying right now, if you can identify some of those really strong altcoins with very good fundamentals, you have the chance to find the altcoins that everyone's going to be talking about in a few months' time. So why is everyone going to be talking about altcoins in a few months' time? I hear you cry. And why are we more than likely to continue this move over the next few weeks ahead, despite this kind of brief bit of pain that we're seeing? Well, ultimately, not only because of what we're seeing from the on-chain environment and the charts, but also because of this. You see, over the past few years, people have wondered and speculated on what has really been driving the crypto market. People thought that the 4-year cycle was a thing, and then we'd get altcoin seasons each and every time, but each and every time seems to be a little bit different from the last. And ultimately, in the last few years, we never saw altcoins see any good moves at all. And Bitcoin in general only had a kind of a lackluster top on apathy last year. And here's the reason behind it. You see, crypto is like anything, is a macro asset. It's very closely linked to other assets out there, which kind of prove this. I mean, look at this Bloomberg article. Bitcoin and gold funds draw 7 billion amid scarcity trade. And this is the correlation between Bitcoin and gold right now. It is literally the highest it has been on a 90-day correlation since Bitcoin's inception. If that doesn't tell you that Bitcoin is closely linked to the global economy, I don't know what does. And since it's closely linked to the global economy, we must start to understand that actually Bitcoin and altcoins in general have been following very closely the global business cycle. And as you can see in this chart, on the top, you've got the Bitcoin price, and on the bottom, you've got the global business cycle. Now, this goes through kind of pump periods and down periods. And as you can see, whenever we have a down period, you have a fairly lackluster, unexciting market for crypto in general. And this is what led to never having an altcoin season since back in 2021, where we had this major push towards the upside. Now, as you can see, this period of time that we've spent in this zone under here is significantly longer than previous cycles, which gives you a bit of an indication that right now we are in a mid-cycle environment. Now, let me explain that for a moment. Looking at Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin goes and puts in these highs, and then it kind of sits in these kind of large sideways periods of time, eventually kind of grinding up throughout these times. We have another period of time that happens all the way through 2022 into 2023. But I know what you're thinking. But Bitcoin's been doing pretty well over the last few years. But I think a lot of that's been happening because of the devaluation of the US dollar that's going on. Very similar to basically why people have been buying up gold. But if we look beyond Bitcoin and you look at other assets, you can see that Ethereum here, basically after 2018, went down and had this kind of sideways grind period. After 2021, effectively then just ground out sideways and has been grinding out sideways up until now. But all of a sudden is starting to wake up. And there's a very good reason for that. If you look at this business cycle, you can see that right now we are surging towards the upside. And this, in addition to what's been going on with kind of Bitcoin and the weakening dollar, is also going to help drive Bitcoin and the altcoins in general. So while people are looking at this like, okay, yeah, but we're not going to see an altcoin season till 2029 or whatever, actually, what we're seeing right now in terms of where we are in the business cycle is very similar to what we saw all the way back in early 2020, because this was the last time that we went into a major expansion zone for the business cycle. So right now we could well be in and around a zone, an area looking very much like this. And if you were around in 2020, effectively what we saw is Bitcoin get going from November, December, and then altcoins in general began running 2 or 3 months after that. And since altcoins have been very closely linked to what's been going on with the ISM, or the manufacturing index, and by the way, the ISM manufacturing index is also very closely linked to what's happening in the global business cycle, then we can also expect to see altcoins warming up when Bitcoin starts to get going once more. This is very, very different from the environment that we saw from 2022 through to 2024, 2025. In my opinion, 2025 wasn't really a full-blown top of the market. It topped on apathy. It wasn't anything to be paid attention to. And what we've had right now is a 50% pullback. If this is truly a mid-cycle correction rather than the beginning of a new bull market after a bear market, then the recovery that we could see could be far more aggressive, far quicker than what we've seen before. And that means we must pay close attention, because it does mean that topping out for the business cycle, topping out for the crypto markets could be happening into 2027, maybe early 2028, rather than down into 2029, 2030, which I know is the common belief. But we're going to continue to dig into that in far more detail. So make sure you subscribe to the House of Crypto, notification bell turned on, and as well, let me know down below whether you think that this is still the 4-year cycle. And if it is, what drove the 4-year cycle in the first place? So in the short term, I think we could spend a few more days here, but ultimately I'm not expecting to see too much of a significant sell-off. I do expect that we are going to be breaking through that $80,000 level, probably sooner than many people think. Now, I know right now a lot of people are actively trading the markets, trading stocks, trading oil and things like that. If you want to start learning more about trading and upping your skills in the game, then sign up for WEEX, link down below, because WEEX at the moment has a free trading group that they're providing for House of Crypto members. In there, they're giving daily trading signals, as well as giving people education on how to trade and the different setups and things they're looking for. So if you want to upgrade your skills, start trade, even if you're just buying the dip in crypto right now, then make sure you sign up to WEEX, link down below, and follow the instructions to be able to access that group. Guys, hope you have a great weekend. Hit the like button, leave a comment down below, relax, everything's going to be fine, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye-bye.